Hi everyone, we're here once again. I wanted to see this interview with Tess Holliday about her book. The book was called Take Up Space, You All, and I wanted to take a look. So, yeah, what is the real deal with these people? Let's see.
Guest is one of the world's most recognized and influential plus-size models and really a pioneer of the body positivity movement since 2010. Her new book, Take Up Space, Y'all, aims to give women permission to dismantle social media toxicity and embrace our...
Holy, what? Excuse me, what? What in the world? Not even Amberlynn's legs look like this. How old is this Holiday? She had 2 kids, I think, but she got a lot of Botox on her face and makeup and all that mumbo jumbo, but she looks rough. When she started being a model, she looks, okay, plus size model, but right now she looks like bed-bound model. Goodness gracious, Tess. Body positivity is one thing. Having common sense should be above. Oh wow, Tess, girl.
unique identity and unapologetically live out loud and on our own terms. I put us in there.
Okay, so the book is a powerful and an important book. I will follow the Giga Chad rule. If you have to say you are a Giga Chad, it means you are not a Giga Chad. So if you say this is a powerful and an important book, it probably is not. Take a special, your bold and bright guide to self-love by Tess Holliday, and Kelly Kuhn. So Tess Holliday did not write the whole book. There was also another author. And even though for Kelly Kuhn there's nothing written, for Tess it said supermodel and fatactivist. She hasn't been a model in quite a few years. And she was never a supermodel. She was a model. So, okay.
Because I feel like she's speaking to us. All of us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Please welcome Tess Holliday.
Welcome, Tess Holliday.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Great to see you. And it's great to know that superstars like you are like us because you too watch Hunting Wives.
Yeah.
Holy. Sorry, guys, I'm speechless right now. Tess Holliday usually gets a lot of filters, okay? But a lot, and I mean a lot of filters. So from this curvy shape on the background from an old photo till now, she looks very different, I will say. And the couch, the two interviewers have to sit on one side while she takes the other half. I don't know if the furniture can hold up this. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. And I want to point something. She has to wear this kind of shoe that is very easy to put your foot in. Because most of big people cannot tie their own shoes. So, Tess Holliday, what have you done to yourself, girl? The hair is looking great, but she's wearing black. We all know why big people wear black is this legend of wearing black clothes is making you skinnier or something, but girly pop. Oh my goodness.
I do. I'm jet lagged and sleepy from Hunting
From
Wives.
staying up too late watching, I know. But you know what? Sometimes we just have to lose ourselves in some twisted
Yes.
television.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, thank you for spending time with us
Thank
this
you.
morning. You've always been a beacon of just positivity, embrace.
Another thing I'm going to point, Tess Holliday is about my height. I am 5'3", 5'4", around that. For my gringo viewers. Oh shoot. Sorry. Sorry, sorry, I am very sorry.
Embracing who we are.
Where were we? I am so sorry. Technical difficulties, y'all. Take up space.
Some twisted
Yes.
television.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, the television, yep. This is where we were. She is way taller when she's sitting down than the interviewers. And I don't know about the lady with the black shirt, but the lady in blue seems like tall. I don't know because she's wearing heels, but even so, if she did not have heels, if she was barefoot, I don't know. But I heard that big people have a layer of fat, and yeah, they look taller when they are sitting down because of that. It's like having a cushion under your butt. Ooh, mama.
Spending time with us
Thank
this
you.
morning. You've always been a beacon of just positivity, embracing who we are.
No, she has not. She hasn't been positive. She has been trying to downplay people who were speaking about her arguments, and also she does not like the way she is. She always records to Botox, to makeup, to doing her hair in some way. I don't think that is liking the way you look like, because you have to transform yourself to look good according to yourself. Let's keep going.
Which is sort of ironic considering that you started off as a model, which is something, you know, the spotlight is you were scrutinized.
Yep.
How did you start that career, and when did you decide to make a pivot and really sort of turn the lens out on everyone else?
Yeah, you know, I started because I didn't see anyone that looked like me, and I felt like representation.
Model, author. In this case, she is not looked as supermodel or a body positive activist.
Representation was essential, and I feel like, you know, diversity is what makes the world a special place. And I thought, well, if I don't see myself, why can't I be that person? So, you know, through my journey, I realized that there were a lot of other people that didn't feel represented, and so, you know, the rest is history.
Girl, look at the size of that
You were
gun.
actually bullied
Emily would have loved that gun.
when you 1st got into this industry, right? Can you tell us about that?
I was bullied throughout high school,
Okay.
and then I was, you know,
And people also said that she was a bully. That Tess Holliday was a bully herself. People from her school, or at least people who claim to have been in her school, have said she was a bully because she thought she was prettier than anybody else. And yeah, she has a pretty face. And she has shown pictures of herself when she was a child, and yeah, she had a very pretty face. She was very cute. Thing is that to consider herself a victim all the friggin' time, like many other fat activists or our girls, like, have you seen Amber's latest life? Have you seen Foodie's latest months? They are desperate to claim they are the victims, even though many times they are bullies.
I think through my career, a lot of people would traditionally see
See, she was a very pretty kid. She had a very pretty face, very harmonious. I don't know.
me and think, well, you're short and you're fat.
She wasn't short. At least in my country, she would be the average.
You have no business being a model.
Oh, shoot.
But I think I proved them
That's a
wrong.
lot of skin on the Tess Holly. Sorry.
I would
course
think
I had it.
so. I
Yeah.
would think so. I know. To all the bullies, you guys aren't aging well.
Yeah.
She is.
Sorry. Can you say it one time? Yeah, that is the bird. Sorry, guys.
I think so. I know. To all the bullies, you guys aren't aging well.
Yeah.
She is.
She is aging well. Girl, what to say? And the other interviewer is just staring at the camera like, you got it right. Oh, good. Oh, goodness. Lady, you're on fire.
So it's kind of the best, though, isn't it?
Right?
You're
Yeah.
like, come on.
I mean, I get mistaken all the time for a much younger, you know, lady, but
Because of your Botox. Girl, you have no wrinkles because you inject plastic inside your face. I, goodness.
I always say that it's the cheeseburger grease that fills me out.
Ew. That is the Botox?
I love it.
Ew.
You know, I always see, and I'm the mother of two boys who are teenagers, and I have nieces, and the messaging out there, it's not going anywhere.
No.
And I wonder what you can tell our viewers at home about this time in their life, right? I feel like 12 to 21, maybe even 12 to 30.
Yeah.
You're inundated with all these messages about what you should be or should not be, or what you should eat or should not eat. What message do you have for them?
Well, that's part of why I wrote Take Up Space, y'all.
You did not write it, the whole book, by yourself. There is another author. Please give them their own credit.
Didn't think that in this day and age with social media where the kids are also connected, and as a mom myself, there's really no way to kind of find your own identity and find maybe something that speaks to you.
Valid. Being a teenager is very difficult, but I don't think promoting, obesity, because this is what she is promoting, would help.
Answer some of these questions. We have the internet, but the internet's not always a safe space, and it's not always factual. So why couldn't I write a book that had actual information with experts and fun quizzes so that you can find your personal style? You know how to deal with frenemies.
We will see some reviews of the book in Amazon, but everything she is claiming right now, it seems to be false. It is not actual information. The studies she has cited, quoted, are mistaken, are being misjudged. She only cherry picks whatever she wants. So, maybe it's just another bad information, misinformation on the internet. And she wants people to pay for it because you have to buy the book.
You know how important it is to take a break from social media and touch grass, or like find hobbies that interest
If she is down to touch grass, I don't think she's getting up.
you, or how do you do your hair and makeup, like little things that maybe you don't have a safe adult or someone telling you. You can discover that on your own, and I think give them permission to take up space and show up as they are and figure out what that looks like for them.
What can people expect with this book, Take Up Space, y'all?
I mean, I'm so proud of this book. When I was growing up, I had Chicken Soup for the Teenage Soul, and that was my Bible.
Yeah, it seems like it. I found another book lately on a bookstore in Madrid, and I had to take a picture of the cover. I will show it to you later as a bonus. But yep, it was about do not diet, you can be happy being fat, and yes, sure, you can be happy, but when you get to one thing is to be chubby, a little bit chubby, have a little bit overweight, sure, of course. There's nothing wrong with that. And another thing is having a BED. You know what the thing is? You can Google it if you do not. BED. Binging. When you eat just to eat. When you feel bored, you eat. When you feel happy, you eat. When you feel sad, you eat. When you feel angry, you eat. Eating as a coping mechanism, that is wrong. That is utterly wrong, and we see people trying to normalize it. I am trying to beg for common sense, and those books only worsen the problem.
I loved it.
Yes.
And so I was like, I want to do a modern version of that. And so there's a lot of, fun quizzes. We talk about anything from disordered eating, which is very important and on the rise right now in our youth.
Yeah, but she's trying to go to the Anna side of the spectrum. not to the BED side of the spectrum.
To how to find your personal style. And it's fun. I think it's funny, and I think they're really going to love it.
I think they're really going to love it too.
Yeah.
So, if a teenage girl is, out there questioning her appearance, I know you say put down the social media, pick up the book, touch grass, which I'm going to be thinking about for forever now. How do you?
Cringe.
Is it just don't worry, you're going to get to a point in your life where all of this is going to be in the rearview mirror? Because I wouldn't go back to being 16 for
It's
all
tough.
the money in the world.
It is
Same.
There's actually little bits of advice that I have in there, and one of them was, what do you say when somebody's maybe picking on you or maybe attacking that your family doesn't make a lot of money or they don't like your clothes or, whatever. And I always tell them what my mom would tell me, you're not going to see these people in a few years.
Yeah, but those few years you have to endure. And that is the day-to-day life from a teenager. They spend a lot of hours every single day, every single week at school, surrounded by those people. How do you have the balls to tell a kid who's being picked on such a thing? I cannot comment anything good to that kind of situation.
And if you're anything like me, you will see them in a few years, and then they're sliding in your DMs.
Oh, yeah.
Being
The sliding? Is there any space for them? Because you took every space, y'all.
like, I've always loved you. And I was like,
No, you did not.
you literally shoved me into lockers.
Did you fit in the lockers?
But I think it's important for kids and for young adults, and even myself included, to learn boundaries and to be able to stand up for yourself and to be able to discover who you are without having, I think, there's so much pressure on kids to be and act a certain way. And, I think there should be a little bit more fun and less pressure on them.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think touching grass.
Yeah, sure. Kids should be kids. They should have their own childhood. They should play. They should be taught how to behave, how not to behave, and also one thing they should be given is the ability to be able to fail, to make mistakes and come back from them. That is a very important skill that people need. Yeah, but I don't think this book is going to be the tool they need, because this seemed from the body honesty project video I saw about this book, it seemed like it was a book made from Tess to Tess. That she was the whole public, the whole demographic aimed for this book, because it said something about teens and tweens, and sorry guys, I'm a Spaniard, I don't know that word. Does that mean from 12 onwards? That it means people under 20s? I don't know. And why would you tell a teen, by a teen maybe a 12-year-old, the same thing to a 20-something-year-old? They don't have the same mindset. That is a very broad aim. I don't know if that is the right marketing tool.
This is a good way to
Right. And lots of fun.
do that. Yeah.
And lots of fun.
Yes.
All those bullies in your DMs.
Amen.
Bullies.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
When you finish the show, DM us. Let us know
I
what you
will.
think.
I will.
No, she won't.
I know.
Make sure to pick up a copy.
And the
Take
interview
up
was
space,
one
y'all,
read it.
wherever books are sold. Great time.
Hello everybody, so here we are on the Amazon. We're looking at the Take Up Spells Your thingy. Make your own rules and treat your body in this inspirational PPP with award-winning Kelly Coon and top plus-size model. She was not a top model, she was not a supermodel. And this is 14 euros. Okay, and some people are reselling it by less because they know this book is barely worth nothing. Because one thing that got me good is making good eating choices. But here, on the pages you can read, There's only the cover, introduction, which is Kelly and Tess speaking, but get to know Tess Holliday. This is a book, a full-pelican book for Tess. Kelly, who is probably the one making most of the work, is on maybe the background. Of course you did. Yeah, sure. And big Kelly's asking and Tess is answering. There's not much about is Kelly saying something about herself, because she also wrote this book. This is a massive ego massage for her. And the dress codes thing, you're worth showing up for, advocating for, fighting for. Okay. Have you looked back at clothing styles in the United States from 150 years ago and thought to yourself, absolutely not? Everything was so proper, wasn't it? Corset waist and ankle covering skirts for the women, suits and hats for the men. Okay. And they didn't have anything more spectacular to do than plow a field or write a letter to their great aunt Agatha. Wild. Okay. Let's downplay other people. I wear suits most of the time in winter. They're comfy, they're warm, they're elegant. I don't have any corsets because I wear bras. Corsets were the bras of their time. If you look at the Victorian time, the Pretty Little Maid or some model like that was called. It was a corset made for maids who had to move, who had to wear on the run. They had to be comfortable, to be mobile, because the ladies who were wearing them had to work, and they were in several sizes. So please, stop this bad legend about corsets. They were the bras of the time. This lady, Bernadette, she did a video comparing her corset, because she has a scoliosis, with a corset from a reenaction of the Victorian era. The experience was very illustrating. If you want, you can check it out. It's on the YouTubes. It's free. Let's see some of the reviews. Okay. This is very important. This is aimed to people from 12 to 17. Okay, 10 to 17. The practical suggestion from a variety of teenage form and copious resources. School library. This is okay. Another reviews, but I love this book. Blah blah blah. People who have been paid. Let's see some of the clients. What? There is more like it. Maybe. Yeah. From Spain, there's nothing. Okay. I'm still. It was written by these people. At first, they are vulnerable with themselves, with the reader. BBB. This book is filled with misinformation about weight, genetic, and eating habits. For example, the author claims that 80% of overweight people are overweight because their ancestors survived famines. In such case, we would all be overweight. See the photos. Okay, she took photos of the book. A theory that oversimplifies and distorts the science. In reality, weight gain primarily comes down to consuming more calories than the body needs. The author leans heavily on the so-called experts to give this narrative sense of credibility, but the arguments feel more ideological than factual. At its core, this book reads like a beginner's guide to fat acceptance, encouraging readers to deflect personal responsibility for the weight and unhealthy eating patterns. Yep, this seems more like it, trying to normalize glorifying obesity and bad habits. And the BED. I strongly advise giving this book to teens. Rather than helping them, it risks reinforcing harmful idea about health, eating, and body image. This is supposed to be a self-help book for teens, but it's littered with random photos of Tess Holliday, and parts of the books are basically an autobiography about her. This book was made for fuel Tess Holliday's ego, not to help the youth. A beautiful reminder to love yourself where you are. Okay. And honesty. Ish. Ish. Zooming out, such a powerful thing. This book, full review coming on Goodreads. Oh, mama. So this is the book I was telling you guys. That those are my shoes. I found it on one bookstore here in Madrid. The title is "Beauty Has No Size and Health Neither. Stop doing diets." And you can see these women being happy with silky dresses and high heels. Thing is, do you know what happens once you reach some level of size? Your articulations hurt like bad. Your chest feels heavy. When you walk upstairs, you feel breathless. I reached 200 pounds a few years ago, and I was still at early 20s. And I couldn't run. I couldn't do many things a young person could do. Where are we going with this? When I found it, I had to take a picture. Cause people, and there's also a Weight Watchers book behind that, and I just realized, sorry, maybe I should have taken a picture of that one too. But yep, and when I go to the street, on the bus, and all that mumbo jumbo, I see people, young people, who are maybe double my size, even though we are the same height. And that makes me feel very sad because, on the one side, they know what they're doing and they don't care. On the other side, I have to pay my taxes. Someday, these people will need a lot of health money. And who's gonna pay? Yep, exactly that. Myself and the rest of the workers. These people will take more days off because they will have more sick days, so they won't contribute as much and consume more resources. So, yep, I wanted to share this with you people. So, this is the end of the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you like it, share with more of your friends. I don't know, guys. I hope this is getting better, cause